Hi everyone, we're coming to you live from the Las Vegas Convention Center for ICSC Recon 2017. I'm Alana Leffler and I lead our retail marketing for North America, and with us this morning is TerryOmease, who's a senior associate from Cincinnati. Hey Terry.
How are you?
Good, good. How are you doing?
I'm having a great show. Thank you for having me.
How has everything been going for you the last couple of days in Vegas?
Sure. It's always exciting coming out here. ICSC comes up faster than we ever anticipate. I can't believe a year has gone by, but the energy is always great. It's good to touch base with all of our clients, especially from out of town. So
awesome. Yeah. We've got a lot going on at the booth for the second day of deal making. It's, you know, I always say there's always a little bit quieter the next day, but I have to say this year, not the case. It's still packed with people, lots of meetings taking place, and it's exciting. So let's talk craft brews in Cincinnati. That's a fun topic. I always love when beer and work collide in some way, right?
You got it. Yeah. No, it's been very exciting. So Garrick Brown so Garrick launched the Cool Streets video last summer and really did a wonderful report highlighting cool neighborhoods around the country. Over the Rhine neighborhood, or OTR for short, is the cool, up-and-coming hip neighborhood on the northern edge of Cincinnati's downtown, and was fortunate enough to be one of the top 10 neighborhoods highlighted. When Garrick and I sat down at the New York ICSC back in December, he told me that he really wanted to kind of show how craft brewing is affecting economic development. I told him, well, I know a good city you should maybe come visit.
Yeah.
Cincinnati is a very German town. It was founded by a lot of German immigrants in the 17 and 1800s, and there's a strong brewing culture in Cincinnati. So Sam Adams is actually originally founded by a gentleman from Cincinnati. He just went to Harvard, so it became the Boston Lager, but they brew a tremendous amount of it in the Over the Rhine neighborhood now. There's lager tunnels 60 feet underground underneath most of this neighborhood. So pre-electricity days, lager beer has to ferment in the 40-degree range. So pre-electricity, you went underground to get that temperature. So the tunnels are already there. They were utilized in the 20s during Prohibition to just secretly brew beer. But that culture was already there, and the beer halls and the way that the beer halls ingratiated within the neighborhood was already part of the spirit of Cincinnati. In this urban renaissance that Cincinnati and a lot of cities like it are experiencing across the country, there's been a rise of craft breweries popping up, and some of them are literally guys in their basement brewing on their own for their buddies and saying, hey, this is pretty good, let's get started. When Garrett came to town in March, he and his team filmed the video series that's going to come out next week, and I can't wait for the world to get to see Cincinnati in the light that we already know it. Two of the largest breweries are Rheingeist, for Ghost of the Rhine is what that stands for in German,
that makes sense.
or Mad Tree Brewery, which was founded by Kenny McNutt, brewing in his basement. They're prominently featured within the video. And then Taft Ale House is an old church that had been run down, and in a collaboration with a private nonprofit developer in Cincinnati, renovated this into a beautiful restaurant and brewery. The three of them get prominent billing in the video series, and I think are representative of what we're seeing in a lot of cities around the country. Everyone thinks of Denver and the beer scene that's there, and we're really seeing it pop up in towns like Cincinnati and across the Midwest as well.
Wow, well, this is fascinating. I love when there's such a rich history to a city, and there's all these stories that are being told, and then those tunnels and everything that's built, that infrastructure is now being reutilized in a whole new way for a whole new trend. So that's pretty cool. And so this church you're talking about and the way that they're utilizing that's a pretty amazing atmosphere for a restaurant and a brewery. How are others using spaces for this trend?
Well, I think that's what's been really cool about the breweries that are popping up, and what we're seeing. Our focus here is obviously retail, and it's, you know, you think of a traditional restaurant or storefront and how people find that space and utilize it. Brewing is an industrial use. It smells, it requires a lot of space. You need heavy concrete floors and loading docks for all of your trucks to distribute this. You wouldn't normally think of that as a retail space where people are utilizing it. What we've seen, especially with Rheingeist and now Mad Tree's new brewery, and even the Taft Ale House, which is a little smaller in the core of downtown, but expanding their production facility. We helped them find a 50,000-foot facility to be able to can and distribute their beer widespread. What we're seeing is people are wanting to come and hang out in an industrial space, and especially at times where you wouldn't normally expect it. So there's going to be the guys that you would expect to see at a brewery. They've got the long beards, and they look like they enjoy a nice IPA at 4 in the afternoon. And those guys are the ones you're going to go ask about the right kind of hops and what beer you should maybe try. What we're really seeing are families from the suburbs coming in and for a birthday party at 3 in the afternoon on a Saturday because you've got a wide open space and a lot of picnic tables in between it. And what the rest of the country calls bags, in Cincinnati we call cornhole. You see beanbag toss or wiffle ball, or we're even seeing yoga utilized on the brewing floors on Sunday mornings.
Well, thank you so much, Terry, for joining us. Again, Cool Streets Craft Brews Edition is coming out next week, and I hope you all take a view at that and enjoy more of Terry and more about Cincinnati.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.